In today's world, many people feel like they're simply drifting through life. Whether it's due to routine, unfulfilled goals, or a lack of direction, it's easy to feel lost or stuck in the monotony of daily life. We go through the motions, but don't always feel a sense of purpose or meaning. How can we break free from this cycle and begin living with clear intention and purpose? Epictetus offers us a powerful Stoic teaching. First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. This quote emphasizes the importance of starting with clarity of purpose. Stoicism teaches that purposeful action comes from a clear understanding of what we want to achieve and aligning our daily actions with our values. In this video, we'll explore how Stoic principles can help us move from drifting to living with purpose by cultivating clear goals, self-discipline, and intentional action. Epictetus offers a powerful reminder. First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. This Stoic insight emphasizes the importance of purpose in our actions. Before we act, we must first define what we want to achieve and who we want to become. Epictetus teaches us that a life of purpose begins with clarity, knowing what we value, what we strive for, and how our actions align with our highest goals. Instead of drifting through life without direction, Stoicism calls us to set clear intentions and act in alignment with our values and virtue. Purposeful living isn't about doing more, but about doing what matters with intention and focus. Epictetus's quote, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do," invites us to reflect on the purpose behind our actions. So often we go through the motions of life, moving from one task to another without ever stopping to think about why we are doing these things or what they are truly contributing to in the grand scheme of our lives. In today's world, it's easy to fall into routine and habit, especially with the fast-paced demands of work, school, or social media. We may feel lost or stuck in a cycle of doing, but not truly living with purpose. Stoicism teaches us that in order to live with purpose, we must begin with self-awareness and clarity. Before we act, we must first define what we want to be, what kind of life we want to live, and what values we want to embody. Only then can we take purposeful action, aligned with our values and goals. This approach shifts us from drifting through life to living intentionally, making each action reflect our deepest principles and desires. The struggle of drifting through life. Many people feel like they are simply drifting through life, stuck in a repetitive cycle of work, social obligations, and routine. It's easy to get caught up in the demands and distractions of daily life, without ever taking a step back to assess whether we're living with true purpose. We may find ourselves lost or unsatisfied, unsure of where we are headed or what we want to achieve. Without clarity of purpose, it is difficult to know if we're on the right path or if our actions are truly contributing to our long-term happiness or growth. Stoicism provides a solution. By starting with a clear vision of what we want to be and achieve, we can create a life built on intention and meaning. Stoicism emphasizes that purposeful living is not about striving for success based on external validation, but about aligning our actions with our virtues and values. Stoic practices for living with purpose define your purpose and values. The first step in living with purpose is to define what matters to you. Epictetus reminds us to ask ourselves what we want to be before we begin any action. What values guide you? What kind of person to become? Stoicism teaches that our values should guide our actions, and by understanding what we value most, such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, we can begin to shape a life of meaning and purpose. Set clear, intentional goals. Once we've defined our values, Stoicism encourages us to set intentional goals that align with them. Instead of getting caught up in what others expect or in external pressures, We can focus on goals that reflect our own values. These goals should not be focused solely on external success, but also on personal growth and virtue. By setting clear, value-based goals, we give ourselves a sense of direction and purpose. Take purposeful action every day. Purposeful living isn't about occasional bursts of effort or ambition. It's about taking consistent, small steps every day that align with our values. Seneca encourages us to live each day with intention, making each action count toward the person we want to become. Whether it's practicing patience, courage, or self-discipline, every action can be an opportunity to live with purpose. Even the smallest daily actions can add up to a life that is intentional and meaningful. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Stoicism teaches us to see difficulties and obstacles not as setbacks, but as opportunities for growth. Every challenge is a chance to practice virtue and develop strength. By reframing difficulties as part of our journey towards self-improvement, we can approach life with a mindset of purpose and resilience. Instead of avoiding challenges, we embrace them as part of our ongoing path toward becoming the person we want to be. Reflect daily on your progress. Reflection is central to Stoic practice. Each day, the Stoics would engage in self-reflection, assessing how well they lived according to their values, and whether their actions aligned with their long-term goals. By reflecting regularly, we can evaluate our growth, recognize areas for improvement, and adjust our actions accordingly. This practice keeps us focused on our purpose, helping us stay on track and ensuring we are intentional in everything we do. The freedom of living with purpose. The true freedom Stoicism offers is the freedom to live with intention and purpose. By aligning our actions with our values and virtues, we create a life that is meaningful and fulfilling, rather than one that simply drifts with the tides of external pressures. Stoicism teaches that purposeful living is not about achieving external success, but about acting with integrity, self-discipline, and a commitment to personal growth. When we define what we truly want to be and focus on intentional action, we can create a life that is aligned with our deepest principles. This alignment gives us clarity and peace, as we no longer feel lost or stuck, but confident and directed toward a life of purpose. In today's world, many people feel like they are simply drifting through life, stuck in routines that lack purpose and meaning. Whether it's work, relationships, or personal goals, we often go through the motions without stopping to ask ourselves, why am I doing this? What is the purpose of my actions? The pressure to perform or achieve can lead us to lose sight of our true values and virtues, leaving us feeling lost or unfulfilled. How can we break free from this cycle and begin to live with intention and purpose? Epictetus offers us this powerful Stoic reminder. First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. This advice underscores the importance of defining our purpose before acting. Stoicism teaches that in order to live a life of meaning and clarity, we must first understand who we want to be and what we want to achieve, and then take purposeful action to align our daily lives. With these goals, instead of drifting aimlessly, we can begin living intentionally. Guided by clear values and virtues, the struggle of drifting through life in modern society, routine and external pressures often push us to live on autopilot. We go through the motions of daily life, work, responsibilities, social obligations, but we rarely pause to question if these actions align with our true goals and values. Drifting through life can lead to feelings of emptiness and lack of direction. We may even experience burnout or anxiety, not because we're not working hard, but because we're not working towards something meaningful. Stoicism offers a solution. Purposeful living is about acting with intention and aligning our actions with our core values. By defining what we truly want to achieve and who we want to become, we can begin to break free from the autopilot of routine and take meaningful action in line with our virtues. Stoic practices for living with purpose clarify your values and purpose. The first step to living with purpose is to define what you truly value and what you want to achieve. Epictetus teaches that we must first understand what we want to be, whether it's wise, just, courageous, or temperate, and then align our actions with those values. By identifying your core principles, you can create a clear path for a purposeful living instead of letting external expectations dictate your actions. You take control of your life by living according to your own values. Set intentional goals aligned with your values. Once we've identified what we stand for, Stoicism encourages us to set intentional goals based on those values. These goals should not be about achieving external validation, but about becoming the person you want to be. Whether it's pursuing personal growth, cultivating better relationships, or focusing on your health, your goals should align with your virtues and help you live a life of purpose. Setting goals in this way ensures that each step you take moves you closer to the life you want to create. Take purposeful action every day. Living with purpose requires daily effort. Stoicism teaches that small, intentional actions can lead to profound change over time. Every day, we have the opportunity to make choices that reflect our values, whether it's taking time to cultivate patience, practice wisdom, or simply being more present in your interactions. Each small action contributes to the larger purpose you are building. Marcus Aurelius advised that we should start each day with intentional reflection, asking ourselves how we will act and live in accordance with our principles. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Life is full of challenges, from personal struggles to professional obstacles. Stoicism encourages us to embrace challenges as opportunities to practice virtue and personal growth. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, we can choose to see them as opportunities to practice resilience, courage, and self-control. When we face difficulties with a purposeful mindset, we turn obstacles into stepping stones that propel us forward on our journey of growth. Reflect daily on your progress. A key Stoic practice is daily reflection. At the end of each day, the Stoics would reflect on their actions, asking themselves, did I live in accordance with my values? Did I act with integrity? By regularly assessing our actions, we ensure that we are living intentionally and making progress toward the person we want to become. Reflection helps us adjust our course when necessary, keeping us aligned with our goals and values. The freedom of purposeful living. The true freedom that Stoicism offers is the ability to live intentionally, to know who we want to be and take purposeful action in alignment with our values. By clarifying our goals, defining our values, and focusing on small, intentional actions, we create a life that is meaningful and fulfilling, rather than one spent drifting through routines. Stoicism teaches us that purposeful living is not about achieving external success, but about acting with virtue and becoming the best version of ourselves. When we live with intention and focus, we find clarity, direction, and meaning. Stoicism provides us with the tools to break free from the cycle of drifting and create a life that reflects our highest values. As we conclude today's reflection on living with purpose instead of drifting through life, remember that true fulfillment comes from intentional living according to your values and purpose, not based on external expectations or routines. Epictetus reminds us, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. By defining who we want to be and aligning our actions with our values, we create a life of clarity, meaning, and growth. Stoicism teaches us that purposeful living isn't about achieving external success, but about living with integrity, virtue, and intention. When we focus on personal growth, set clear goals, and take purposeful action, we can break free from the feeling of drifting and start creating a life that is truly meaningful. So, the next time you feel lost or stuck in your routine, remember that you have the power to define your purpose, take intentional action, and live a life that aligns with your highest values. Purposeful living leads to inner peace and lasting fulfillment. Thank you for joining us today. If this video resonated with you, subscribe and share it with someone who might benefit from learning how to live with purpose. Together, let's walk the Stoic path of self-improvement, clarity, and meaningful living.